There is a place on Earth larger than the United States, a land covered in endless ice, where no person can legally own property. No country fully controls it. No army officially rules it. And despite hiding enormous natural resources beneath its frozen surface, humanity agreed not to fight over it. No borders, no permanent citizens, no private ownership. A continent where sovereignty itself was frozen. This is Antarctica, the strangest geopolitical anomaly on Earth. Chapter 1: The End of the World. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. Temperatures here can fall below minus 80 degrees Celsius. Winds scream across the ice at hurricane speed. For months, the sun disappears completely. Nothing about this continent was designed for human survival. And yet, humans became obsessed with reaching it. For centuries, sailors believed a mysterious southern land existed beyond the oceans, a hidden continent at the bottom of the planet. But Antarctica was not like other lands humans discovered. There were no civilizations, no forests, no cities, only ice, stretching farther than the eye could see. Early explorers described it as another planet, a frozen desert untouched by history. Many never returned.
At first, the world saw Antarctica as useless. But as the 20th century began, powerful nations started realizing something important. Control over Antarctica could mean control over the future. Countries began drawing invisible lines across the ice. The United Kingdom claimed massive sections. Argentina claimed overlapping territory. Chile claimed the same land. Soon, multiple nations were claiming the exact same frozen regions. Flags were planted. Research stations were built. Maps became political weapons. But Antarctica created a problem unlike any other place on Earth. Nobody could truly control it. The environment was too brutal. The distances were too massive. And maintaining military power there was nearly impossible. Then the Cold War began. And suddenly, Antarctica became dangerous. In the middle of growing global tension, the world faced a terrifying possibility. What if Antarctica became another battlefield? Several nations wanted territory. The United States and Soviet Union were expanding influence across the globe. And beneath Antarctica's ice, scientists believed valuable resources could exist. Oil, gas, minerals. The continent had the potential to trigger future conflict. But something unexpected happened. In 1959, nations signed one of the strangest agreements in human history, the Antarctic Treaty. The treaty froze territorial claims. Military activity became heavily restricted. Nuclear testing was banned. Antarctica would become something humanity had never created before, a continent dedicated to science instead of war. No single country would fully own it. Sovereignty itself became suspended. For the first time in modern history, nations agreed not to divide land. Today, Antarctica remains one of the only places on Earth where private land ownership is effectively impossible. Nobody can move there permanently and create a country. Nobody can legally buy Antarctica like normal land. There are no permanent native populations, no presidents, no ordinary cities. The people living there are mostly scientists, researchers, and support workers rotating through isolated stations. In many ways, Antarctica exists outside normal civilization. And that makes it unique. Humanity created a place governed more by cooperation than borders. But beneath the surface, tensions never fully disappeared.
Antarctica is more than frozen wilderness. It is a global experiment, a place where humanity temporarily paused greed, paused borders, and paused war. But the ice is changing, and as the world grows hotter, the future of the only continent nobody can own may become one of the greatest geopolitical battles of the century. Because at the bottom of the Earth, beneath miles of silence and ice, the fight for the future may already be beginning.